Hello, Gemini. Welcome to November 2018. The big news this month is that Jupiter is changing signs. He's moving from your 6th house into your 7th house. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. Sagittarius is the sign that he rules, so he's going to be stronger now than he has been previously. And it's a very positive time, a very positive placement for everyone. And for you, being in your 7th house, Jupiter expands what he touches, and the 7th house is other people. So the nice thing here is that it does mean the focus is going to be on other people for you. So the focus is going to be on your partnerships, your clients, the people you work with and for. And it's almost like a little bit of a relief because the spotlight is on the people you're dealing with and not on yourself. And you could also be getting a lot of really positive opportunities through other people. This is over a year transit, so Jupiter will be in this part of your chart until around December 3rd, 2019. The other big news this month is that Venus will be going direct around November 15th, followed directly by a Mercury retrograde. So the good news is we'll all be enjoying the release that comes with Venus going direct, but then we have to deal with Mercury retrograde. And since Mercury is your ruling planet, it does affect you a little bit differently than the other signs, so you can expect so on the one hand you're breathing a sigh of relief because you have Jupiter changing signs, Venus going direct, but then your ruling planet goes retrograde. So that is your brief astro forecast for the month. So let's move on to the cards. This month we're doing things a little bit differently here. Normally I do an oracle card reading. This month instead, based on feedback I got from my viewers, I will be doing a tarot card reading, and I will actually be shuffling and showing the cards I draw on camera. Now, I did shuffle the deck really well before I started filming the video, so I'm just going to shuffle once more before I draw the cards. And I apologize because I do have a very messy glass desk. I'm going to try to shuffle this a little bit away from the microphone just because it does pick up the sound very loudly. Okay. So this is for Gemini for November 2018. We've got Lovers, Queen of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Devil, and the 9 of Cups. All right. So starting the reading here with the Lover's card, I can move the camera back up so you see my face and not my torso, and hopefully, okay, good, so it focused again. Okay, so this first row here we have the Lovers, the Queen of Swords, and then the 9 of Swords reversed. So that to me is a very positive start to the month because it is showing. Now, for some times the Lover's card does mean an actual love relationship. Oftentimes it also means a decision you have to make. And since we are seeing the Lovers next to the Queen of Swords and then the 9 of Swords reverse, the swords are air, just as Gemini is an air element. This does show me that you could be making a decision, and you're making the right decision, and you're going to have a very easy time not only making this decision, but that once you do, a weight will be lifted. This could be something that was literally keeping you up at night. The Nine of Swords is a card of worry and stress, but in the reversed position, that worry and stress is being lifted somewhat, or relief, a reprieve is coming in. And the Queen of Swords, that's you, Gemini. And in this position here, she is ready for action. She is ready to move forward. For some of you, this could even be a woman who has a lot of air energy about her, who is coming in and either helping you make a decision, but this could also be, if it's not representing you, that is, this could also be a woman that you are starting a new relationship with, either business or personal, and then she is going to be relieving you of this stress and anxiety and eliminating whatever it was that was causing you to stay up at night or lose sleep at night. Now, moving on, we do see the Ten of Pentacles in the middle row. We see the Ten of Pentacles reversed, Six of Swords, and then the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This could tell me that there is going to be some sort of family issue, maybe even an issue with your father, where this could be a male relative either owing you money, or a male relative who is leaving that you are somehow dependent upon, and there's going to be some sort of a potential, not guaranteed, but a potential financial loss. But not really. I think it's more that the other... Okay, no, I'm seeing it now. So there's two potentials here. One, like I said, could be that there is some sort of male relative that you are either dependent upon or you were asking for something. So this could be you asking a family member to help you out financially. This could also be you asking a family member to help you out in a non-financial way, maybe just being there physically to support you or help you out. And this person is not going to help you out. This could even be somebody who you were kind of expecting them to, and then they just leave the picture suddenly. So this could be somebody that you normally can depend on because they're very stable, but for whatever reason this month they're not able to fulfill that obligation. The other possibility here is that for some of you, you have like a trip planned or some sort of travel opportunity that's going to end up costing you more money than you thought. So this is like a situation where maybe you were going on vacation, maybe you were actually going to visit family. So maybe you were going to go on a trip to visit family for Thanksgiving, for example, and the trip is going to end up costing more money in the long run than you anticipated. Keep in mind that these are both scenarios are neutral. Neither one is negative or positive. It's just showing that if you were in the position where you were depending on someone and then you can't depend on them because they leave the picture suddenly, that gives you an opportunity to react. And then in the other one, the other situation where maybe you were going on a trip, potentially even to visit family, and it ends up costing more money. Generally, I mean, spending more money than you would like is negative, but in and of itself, maybe you're spending more money because you're having a lot of fun. So I just want to stress that this isn't a negative outcome here in the middle of the month. It's neutral. It's how we react to it. Now, especially because as we move on, this last row here, we have the High Priestess upright, the Devil reversed, and then the Nine of Cups reversed. So this tells me that there is, like, especially if we're like viewing this as a story that's connected, even though the Nine of Cups reversed does mean that your wish is not going to come true, with the Devil reversed here, it's almost as if that this is for your own benefit. And the High Priestess upright kind of tells me that you know that this is for your own benefit or for your own good. So this could even be a situation where, yes, you wanted to go on this trip, and you ended up spending more money. Or yes, you were dependent. I apologize if you can hear that. There's a big truck driving by outside my window. Or yes, you were depending on this person to fulfill something for you, or maybe even to give you some money to enable you to go on this trip, and then you can't, but you're releasing something by this loss. So even though it might seem like a setback, in the end it's going to be positive for you. The other way to look at this last row here could be that you may be letting go of some sort of mental block or some sort of mental anguish, especially since in the first row we have the Nine of Swords reversed, which is like that mental heavy anxiety energy being lifted. And then in the last row, with the Nine of Cups and the Devil reversed, this could be like a way of thinking or looking at the world like an anxiety issue that is finally being resolved and leaving you. And the High Priestess tells me that this is something that you yourself are going to be able to solve. If it is an anxiety issue, this could be you finally being like that interior voice telling you, you know what, I actually really do need to talk to somebody else, like a counselor or a therapist or even my doctor, and then you're going to make that choice, and it's a really positive experience where this burden is lifted for you. So just to go over this spread one more time before I leave you, you're starting the month in a very powerful position. You are making a decision, and this decision is like a weight is lifted as a result of the decision you make. This could also be a situation where there is a very powerful woman with a lot of air energy coming into the picture that you are forming a new relationship with. This could be a love relationship. It could also be a business relationship. And through this partnership or help you receive from this woman, it's like a burden is lifted and you're able to sleep easy. You're not worrying anymore. As we go towards more the middle of the month, middle of the spread, there is a potential here where there is some sort of male figure that you were reliant upon who's no longer able to fulfill his end of the bargain. This could be a family member. This could also be a situation where a man is leaving that you were depending on, and it could also be a situation where you are going on or are planning to go on a trip, and it's going to end up costing you more money than you initially planned. Final row, I'm seeing through your own getting in touch with your own personal power and intuition, you are able to overcome some sort of situation that was holding you back and releasing an old pattern that was negative or wasn't serving you. And while there is a possibility here that a wish is not going to come true for you, or that you don't get a goal you were hoping for, the good news is that this goal wasn't going to serve you anyway in the long run. Even if your wish, towards the end of the month, even if your wish would have been granted, it wouldn't have made you happy, and you're better off in the long run releasing this old thought pattern or this old ideal that you were holding up because it no longer serves you in the present time. So thank you very much for watching, Gemini. I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you like the new format, and I will see you next month. Happy Thanksgiving.